Good morning, angels and everyone that is viewing today. Today is the 24th of February, and I'm obviously in my car. That's why I'm not looking at you, and you see kind of half of me. I am driving bright and early. Well, for me, I don't normally get out of the house, other than to drop the kids off at school this early, and this far away from home. I'm actually driving to the Strip right now because I live in Las Vegas, and I have a client a future client. Right now she's a soon-to-be customer, and if you were in my breakout sessions this world tour, either in Phoenix or in Riverside, or you saw the one video I was able to video on Periscope, you will find that I talked about what the difference between a customer and a client is. And so a customer is somebody that's bought from you once, and so I'm actually on my way to there with my stock in the back of my car for her to purchase from my stock. So she's going to be a customer, but my hopes is to, well, not my hopes, my goal is to turn her into a client. Now, I'm sharing with you guys this specific task that I'm doing today because I have this new customer because of a action that I took last month. Okay, so I decided, because I was sick last month at the beginning of the month, and I knew I'd be I was sick. Sorry, this was last month. I decided to reach out to a few people and see if they wanted to do a Facebook party. And a couple people said yes. And I will admit that the 3 that said yes, nothing came out of those Facebook parties. And because I'm not really good at them. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'll be honest with you. I kind of challenged myself. I'm very hands-on. I want to be in the room with the people. I want to be face-to-face or on the phone or whatever, but just more physical. Facebook is just, to me, not very personal as far as, like sharing my products and talking to people. And there's people that are so successful in them, and I take my hat off to you. I think that's awesome that you're able to create that relationship. I personally haven't figured out how to do it. Okay, with that being said, those specific Facebook parties weren't successful. So, although one of them did have several people say that they clicked, they were going to the party, like when you create an event, it says going. So, it was the end of the month, and I realized nobody had ordered on her on her online website party. And so I started private messaging these people saying, hey, I saw that you're going to, so-and-so's Facebook party, and I'm really excited to answer any questions or, share with you my suggestions if you have any questions about the products. And just wanted to remind you that the orders need to be placed before this time. And I had a lot of people say, oh, thank you so much. I know what I want, blah, blah, blah. Well, unfortunately, they never ordered. Well, I followed up again and, just said, hey, just to let you know, so-and-so and I decided to extend the Facebook party. And so you're welcome to still go online. And this one's actually 10% off. So it's actually a great time to order. Well, the people that said they were going, there was 3. 1 out of the 3 actually responded this time. And this was her. Well, she happens to live out of town. And funny enough, she happens to be coming to Vegas. Just yesterday she arrived, and she's here all week. And she said, well, I'm actually going to be in town in Vegas for the week. Is there any way that I can get together with you and purchase from your stock? And so I found out, and so I said, absolutely. Let me know when you think you'll be available, and send me your phone number, and I can give you a call and we could schedule it. Well, she didn't get back to me that same day, and then the next day she texted me her phone number and said I should be at the Mandalay Bay all week. Now, she doesn't have a car, So obviously, because this is a very, my business is very important to me and my clients are very important to me, I'm willing to drive. It's literally like a 45-minute drive to get to Vegas, to the Strip, especially at this time, which is 8 in the morning, which is rush hour traffic. So it takes a while. But, I want her to know that I value her responding to me and communicating with me, and she obviously needs Scentsy that bad that she wants me to bring my stock with me. And so this is somebody that is going to turn into a client. That's what's going to happen, because I will make sure I follow up with her and create a relationship so she feels that I am her consultant. And she lives somewhere else, which I actually don't know where yet, which I will find out today. And, that is going to branch out my clientele, possible hostess base, because I'm going to talk to her about hostessing, and possible business partner base. So, she may end up being interested in, instead of having to, come all the way to Las Vegas to get her Scentsy, she may be interested in just becoming a consultant herself, or she may know somebody in her area that might. So you just never know what it's going to turn into. Okay, I'm at a stoplight now, so I can look at you guys. So I just like to share with you guys these little tiny things of how things, progress and how they get planted, how they get started. You have to plant the seed initially, and it's very important to not get discouraged when, you don't get a result. Like I just said, I had 3 different Facebook parties that didn't work out. Did that make me say, oh, nobody wants Scentsy, my business is closing? No, okay, moving on. And it just made me realize that, if I'm going to do them, I'm going to need to do a little bit more research so I can, actually get some results like many of you guys have. I'm sure many of you that watch my videos, maybe you're a Facebook guru, who knows? Again, hats off to you. That's fantastic. But that's just an area that hasn't been my strong, skill level. And so, have I gotten clients through Facebook? Yes. Have I gotten new consultants through Facebook? Yes. Have I booked parties through Facebook? Yes. But I've never done the party was on Facebook, if that makes sense. So I communicate and build relationships through Facebook, but in order to connect with them and then turn them into physical consultants and hostesses and clients. But the act of actually selling on Facebook has not been my strong suit. In a party atmosphere, at least. I post, I get orders from them. So I wanted to clarify that. But anyways, I hope this helps, to give you an idea of how things can kind of really progress. If I never followed up with that lady, although she didn't order, I wouldn't have known she's in town, and I wouldn't have been able to help her. So it's so important to follow up. And, the amazing Becca Levi, Superstar Director, my upline, has always told us from the very beginning when I started, and that just kind of stuck in my head, like that's just the way it is. So you just, as long as you do it, you'll get results. And I'm here to tell you she's right. It's the honest truth that sometimes it takes 6 to 8 times to follow up with some people in order to get an actual action on their end, meaning they actually buy, they actually book a party, they actually decide to join, or even they actually just decide to talk to you about it, set up a meeting or whatever. So anyways, I hope this is helpful. I hope you have a sensational day, and I hope that you make today one of the days that you start to follow up with your clients, because it is 10% off still. We still have 7 or 6 days left, maybe 7, I think 6 days, and until the 29th of February. And so many things can happen. If I didn't follow up, I thought I closed my last party for the month. Technically, I knew there was plenty of days left, so I knew I would possibly have another order going in as long as I follow up, and I'm going to have another order to put in. So yes, she's buying from my stock, in case this made you wonder, like, wait a minute, she's buying from your stock, why are you putting an order in? I personally always like to refunnel my products. I rely on my paycheck, on my commission check, and I like to just reorder products so I always have it, especially because I personally do large events. I have an event coming up in May and April, and so I'm going to need my stock. So if I sell off all my stock, I won't have that. So what I do is just kind of reorder what the amount of money that they purchase for me, and I put it into a party. So I always have PRV, and I always have fresh new product. So that's just my tactic, and I hope this helps. Have a great day. Bye-bye.